YXBA is back, and I'm ready to mash some more buttons.
Tiger uppercut!
If you haven't checked out Super Metal Dave's most recent videos, I suggest you check them out, and I will leave links in the description below. He does a very good job of offering valid reasons why he feels that the NX console will feature an X86 architecture, and I think ultimately X86 is the way Nintendo will go with their console, and likely the handheld will be ARM-based and take advantage of NVIDIA's Tegra GPU. However, there's still some reason to believe that the two systems will feature the similar architecture. But right now, I'm not an insider. All I can do is rely on the information being sent out by the so-called insiders out there. However, I have some reasons to believe that it doesn't completely add up. After all, back in 2014, Iwata did say, and I quote, "Previously, our handheld video game devices and home video game console had to be developed separately, as the technological requirements of each system, whether it was battery-powered or connected to a power supply, differed greatly, leading to completely different architectures, and hence, divergent methods of software development. However, because of vast technological advances, it became possible to achieve a fair degree of architectural integration." So, when you think about this statement logically, does it really make any sense to think that Nintendo will come out with an X86 console and an ARM-based handheld? Absolutely not. That would be too similar to what they have done in the past for these statements from Iwata to make any rational sense. To me, the most logical route is that Nintendo will use an X86 architecture in both devices. While the Tegra architecture sounds really good on paper, in a real world it doesn't perform so well. As of right now, Resident Evil 5 has come to the NVIDIA Shield console, which makes use of the latest Tegra chip, the X1. It boasts an amazing 1 teraflop of power, but in actuality, the system has only proven to be capable of duplicating the performance of the PlayStation 3 rather than the Xbox One, which its specs seem to suggest. Even if the NX used the next version of Tegra, the Parker, it would likely be difficult to port PS4 games to the system with any degree of ease. Other games have been ported to the NVIDIA Shield, like Metal Gear Revengeance, but that one had poorer results than Resident Evil 5. I can only assume that this is due to the fact that Resident Evil 5 runs on Capcom's MT framework, which was designed to work on both mobile ARM-based architectures and console/PC based architectures as well. The same will not be true and cannot be true for many third-party games that use custom engines such as Square Enix's Luminous engine. The appeal to having similar architectures on all Nintendo platforms is clear. It will allow for games to easily be ported between Nintendo platforms, which will make games more profitable and more third-party companies will want to do so, and will also allow Nintendo to perhaps make more than just the two form factors that they've used in the past. But to me, I think they have to use X86 and not ARM, or the games worth moving to Nintendo platforms will more often than not miss the cut. There's also been a new study done just a couple days ago that suggested that today's children are more and more shifting away from Nintendo handhelds and opting for tablets and cell phones as their portable device of choice. Nintendo is wise to move their IPs onto these mobile devices and focus their own hardware projects on the robust core gamer marketplace. But in order to do that, I think that X86 is the obvious choice. Going with mobile and ARM-based processors can easily end up being another in a long list of mistakes that have cost Nintendo third-party support over these past 2 decades. This has been Colin Unger, reminding you to keep your thumbs glued to YXBA, and always remember to select Start. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe.